Hi, thank you so much, Chairman and Committee, for allowing me to testify today. My name is Danna Baxter, and I reside in Vancouver, Washington with my husband and two young children. I'm the sole owner of Safe Fire Indoor Shooting Range. For the last 7 years in business, I have gotten to know the process of purchasing firearms very well. Our instructors have trained thousands of clients to be safe and more proficient firearms owners. And I'm very passionate about firearms training and believe all people who own firearms should become familiar with them, proficient with them, and use and store them safely. What I do not agree with is implementing a blanket training requirement that would not be tailored to the needs and specific skill sets of individuals purchasing such firearms. A blanket program will not focus on the specific needs of the purchaser, which is a very important part of firearms training. Many aspects of House Bill 1143 are already law and are required to legally purchase or sell a firearm. I don't think many people who have not owned, ran, or worked for a legal firearms dealer would know the extensive process we go through to sell someone a firearm, including having face-to-face conversations and getting to know our purchasers. Since Initiative 1639 was implemented, the background check process was given to the local law enforcement agencies. The background checks have become much less consistent and accurate than when we conducted them ourselves through the federal background check system, NICS. Passing this law would add more of a workload to local agencies and reduce their capacity. I think of all the women I have met in my business who have come in fearing for their lives, who have been repeatedly failed by our crippled law enforcement system and the lack of officers able to respond when they need them the most. I think of the multiple women I personally know in the last year who have been mugged in the middle of the day, one who had her 3 children with her locally. I think of them and then realize that bills such as these will only make it more difficult for them to defend themselves and gain access to protection in a timely manner. The government is putting more restriction on their ability to legally and rightfully purchase an equalizing weapon to defend themselves with. Requiring someone to obtain an entirely new permit to purchase a firearm is not only an infringement on our civil rights, but will already make a crippled system even worse. What would be more beneficial would be to ensure that violent criminals are being appropriately punished for the crimes that they're committing and accurately reported to the NICS background check system in place. The state and our country has many laws in place to improve and protect public safety, but many of them aren't being enforced properly. Criminals are getting away with all kinds of crime right now while our government turns a blind eye. Let's start by enforcing the laws we have and putting our focus on the bad guys. All this law is going to do is harm the good ones. Please reject House Bill 1143.